In 14th century Italy, an age of plagues, political violence, and a church torn by division, a young woman with no formal education would become one of the most powerful spiritual voices in the world. Her name was Catherine of Sienna. To many, she was just the daughter of a wool dyer. But heaven had already chosen her for a mission that would change history. When Catherine was only 6, she saw Christ crowned in glory, surrounded by saints. This vision burned into her soul. From that moment on, she vowed to belong entirely to God. While other children played in the streets, Catherine prayed. While others dreamed of marriage, she dreamed of holiness. At 16, she cut off her hair, her most precious symbol of beauty, to show she would never marry. Her family tried to force her into a normal life, but Catherine became spiritually fierce. She turned her tiny room into a sanctuary, fasting, praying, and offering herself as a living sacrifice for the sins of the world. During one of her deep moments of prayer, Christ appeared to her and offered her a mystical wedding ring. Invisible to the world, but radiant to her soul, Catherine became his bride, and her heart ignited with supernatural courage. Catherine emerged from her solitude and ran toward the suffering. When the plague struck, she touched the dying with compassion that terrified even seasoned nurses. But her mission stretched far beyond hospitals. She wrote hundreds of letters, not gentle notes, but bold pleas to princes, bishops, and even the Pope, calling them to holiness, justice, and reform. At that time, the Pope lived in Avignon, France, far from Rome. Many believed the Church had lost its anchor. Catherine, a young woman with no political power, traveled across Europe and stood before the Holy Father. Her words struck him like prophecy. With trembling conviction, Pope Gregory XI returned to Rome, fulfilling a mission Catherine believed God had entrusted to her alone. She died at only 33, but her writings became masterpieces of Christian spirituality. Today, Catherine of Sienna is a doctor of the Church, one of the greatest theological minds in history. For more cinematic and soul-stirring saint stories, subscribe to Saints Unfiltered.